Mabuhay from the beautiful city of Manila. I'm back Quetzal from the channel Fragrance RX, and today I'll be reviewing a very elegant fragrance. I call this fragrance the baby powder of the royalties in India. It's from the house of Boucheron, is none other than Jaipur Homme, so stay tuned. Now, Jaipur Homme was released way back in 1998. The nose behind this fragrance is Anik Minardo. It is classified by Fragrantica as a warm, spicy, aromatic fragrance. And before anything else, let's start first with the presentation. For the presentation of Jaipur Homme, we have here a very elegant bottle design. It's like an elegant building in India. We have here a golden cap, a blue top, Jaipur Homme, Eau de Toilette, the house Boucheron. And on the bottom, we can see the house Boucheron and other information regarding this bottle, like its concentration, Eau de Toilette, 100 milliliters, 3.3 fluid ounces. And the sprayer, the cap first, it fits very tightly. And the sprayer, sprays a big mist. Very good sprayer. And that's for the presentation of Jaipur Homme. For the notes of Jaipur Homme, we have the following. On the top, we have lime, bergamot, cardamom, and lemon. In the middle, we have carnation, cinnamon, jasmine, and rose. And on the base, we have tonka bean, patchouli, benzoin, and cedar. Before we begin, I already sprayed Jaipur Homme on my left hand about 4 to 5 hours ago. And now, I will spray an initial spray in my right hand. The sprayer is very strong in Jaipur Homme. Let's make this one settle for a little bit. For a little while. I can already smell the cinnamon. Yes. Right off the bat, I can already smell the cinnamon and cardamom in this fragrance in the initial opening. The cardamom makes this fragrance a bubblegummy fragrance. Yes. Yes, it's very gummy. Bubblegummy. Cinnamon, cardamom, and a little bit of citrus. Now the powdery vibe is not yet present in the initial spray in the opening. Now as this one goes in the middle of this fragrance, the floral starts to come out, like the jasmine and the rose, but not that much because the cardamom is still, to my nose, the star of the show. The cardamom here is really strong. Together with the cinnamon, those two notes, cinnamon and cardamom, are the stars of the show in this fragrance. Yes, it's really very gummy, bubble gummy in the opening. And I've noticed that I'm starting to like bubblegummy fragrances like 1 Million Privé, like Carolina Herrera Privé, Sageman Privé. And this one, I think this is the best. Jaipur Homme, to my nose, is the best cardamom fragrance that I have in my collection, in my own collection. The smell of this one is very relaxing. I don't know if, because in the official list of notes, there's no mint in this fragrance, but I can smell a little bit of mint in this fragrance, which makes this fragrance minty, somehow cool. It's very gummy. I love it. Now, on the mid, as what I've said a while ago, the florals start start to come out, like the jasmine and the rose and the carnation, those three floral notes, together with the tonka bean. Now, as it goes to the dry down, to the mid to the dry down, it gets more powdery. So for the development of this fragrance, initial spray, very bubblegummy because of the cardamom and the cinnamon, very spicy fragrance. Now, as it goes to the middle, it becomes a little bit flowery, and on the base, on the dry down, it becomes powdery, very powdery. Like what I've said in the opening of this video, I've compared this one to the baby powder of the royalties in India. So gummy, then it becomes flowery, and it becomes powdery. Can you see the complexity of this fragrance? This fragrance is really complex, very complex fragrance. So a little bit of story here. This bottle is from my co-fraghead brother, Sir Lois Martel. So sir, if you're watching, here's your bottle, Jaipur Homme. We were having a fragrance, a sniffing session, and when I first smelled this fragrance, Jaipur Homme, it was love at first sniff, and I immediately asked him if he's willing to sell this bottle, and eventually this became mine. And based from my experience wearing this fragrance, well, only my fraghead brothers appreciate this fragrance. It's not that much, but it's a lot to me when I get compliments, even if it's from a guy. Yes. So, for the number of sprays, I say 4 sprays. I always tell this: 2 behind the ears, 1 behind the neck, and 1 on the chest. And that's it. 4 sprays. Each group, I can say 25 and above. Those who are on their college years already and when to wear this fragrance. This fragrance is a very versatile fragrance. Versatile in the sense that it can be worn both in the hot and the cooler weather. But to my preference, I will wear this fragrance in the cooler weather. But again, like what I've said, you can wear this fragrance both in the summer and in the cooler weather, like when you're inside an air-conditioned room, or if you're out there in the beach, or casual wearing. This fragrance is perfect for the casual wearing. Now, let's go to the rating of this fragrance. For the smell, I give this one a 9 out of 10 because this fragrance is really fragrant. It smells so good. The opening, the cardamom, the bubblegummy vibe, the middle, the floral notes, and at the dry down, the powderiness, the powdery vibe of Jaipur Homme is really good. So, for the versatility, like what I've said, I also give this one a 9 out of 10 because this fragrance can be worn in the high heat of the summer and in the cooler weather, like in the winter. Now, for the performance, I give this one an 8 out of 10 because it gives me about 6 to 8 hours of longevity. For the uniqueness, I give this one a 9 out of 10 because it's really unique. I haven't smelled any fragrance which is close to Jaipur Homme. Not close to the cardamom fragrance that I've mentioned a while ago, like CH Men Privé and 1 Million Privé. For the projection, I give this one a 9 out of 10 because it projects for about 2 to 3 hours. For the sillage, I give this one an 8 out of 10 because it projects for about an arm's length. For the final rating of Jaipur Homme, I give it an 8 out of 10. The final question is Jaipur Homme prescription worthy? Definitely yes. If you're into spicy fragrances like me, and if you like cardamom and cinnamon, and if you're into powdery fragrances, and if you want something that will last long, then Jaipur Homme is the one for you. What are your thoughts on Jaipur Homme? Do you own the EDP version? Do you have other spicy fragrances in your collection? Do you love powdery fragrances as well? Again, leave your comments below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Fragrance RX. Again, this is Wedson from the channel Fragrance RX, your fragrance doctor. See you in the next video. Have a nice day and stay fragrant!